This park in Encanto is the kind of neighborhood treasure that advocates say isn't getting nearly enough support in Mayor Todd Gloria's latest proposed budget. My co-anchor Wally Aliu walked the park today with a woman that Gloria appointed to his climate advisory board, who says he's not giving them enough money to do their work.
You were recently appointed on the mayor's climate advisory board. Your thoughts and feelings when you were appointed?
Took a little bit of a process to get through the not just application, but to get actually the interview process. And once it was announced, I was actually really excited about it.
But there's still a little bit of a conflict for you.
Yes, and actual internal conflict, which you can kind of see on the outside, because now I'm on this climate advisory board, and at the same day I actually had to take oath at the council meeting to say, hey, I promise I'm going to do as much as I can for our community and keep them definitely at heart. It's the same day that the mayor puts in his budget cuts for the Climate Equity Fund, the Social Equity Fund. I mean, just about any fund that was put on the table was now removed. And it definitely was disheartening.
The park that we're at now, you can see is pretty depleted, doesn't have a lot of funds toward it. Even where we're walking, the grass hasn't been mowed. There's trash around here. The playground up above is not somewhere you would probably bring your kids to. I'm assuming that's part of the conflict as well?
Definitely. So being born and raised in Southeast San Diego myself, this is my community, it's my neighborhood, and it's disappointing to know that this area has always been the last to be considered, but the first usually have the funds taken away.
Is that a common theme and thread, you would say?
This is the redlined area of San Diego. A lot of people might not know what that means, but really it just shows that the neglect hadn't just started back in the 1920s and 30s. It's continued all the way to now, which is why Southeast San Diego is still the same spot that had the flooding.
What would you like to see done?
I don't want us to play against a little bit of pennies we have to say, oh, can you take from this fund and give it over here? Because I think all of us deserve to have our projects going forward. There's also arts and culture, the social equity, which helps with our community to make sure we can have gun drop-offs. We've been working so hard to make sure that the gang violence in our neighborhood has decreased, and taking funding away from continuing with that just is really not beneficial to us.
It's not an easy job trying to balance a budget and meet a lot of needs, huh?
Definitely is not. But I mean, we learn as kids that you don't renege. You can't put something on the table, a card, a domino, whatever game you're playing, and pull it back out.
The revised budget does restore $1.1 million for the Climate Equity Fund. It will be used for safety upgrades in Barrio Logan and traffic calming on 47th and Chollas View. The mayor's office says it does have revitalization plans for the Marie Woodman Park, but the city's webpage for the project shows no schedule or cost estimate.